Hello and welcome to the Brick Shack. So today we're going to be looking at this set here, which is a Carder set, and this is a Ferrari 488 Pista. So what I want to do in this video is not only have a look at this Carder branded Ferrari here, but we're also going to compare it to the official Lego branded Technic Cyan. But first, let's have a look at the Ferrari. So before we get into the details of the Ferrari, I just want to say it may be a little bit dusty as it's been on display for quite a while, so I do apologise for any dust that may pick up on camera. So then, first of all, this Technic vehicle looks fantastic. The details are really good and are as good as what Lego could make. So one of the main features I really like are the headlights. I really like the way they've been shaped. So for the design, I think they captured the design of the Ferrari 488 Pista really well, and even the S-duct is really well done. So as we get round to the side, you can see that the wheels are really chrome. Now this does have a bit of a cheap look to it, but from a distance they do actually look quite good. Now for the doors, there is a feature that Lego don't do, and I actually really like this feature. Now if you pull the door handle open, that actually unlocks the door, and you can shut it, press it, and as you can see when I'm pulling it, it will not open. I really like that little detail. So for the back of the Ferrari, I really think they captured all the lines really well and made them look like the real car. So the engine is almost the same as normal Lego Technic. It has the normal pistons, and when you move it, the pistons will move. Now unfortunately for the engine cover, I am actually missing a piece here, and that's because the piece was twisted, and that would mean that this whole frame here was twisted, so I left that piece out. And this could be better as it is a little bit floppy. As you can see, there's no friction holding that up when you lift it. So for the interior details, it is pretty well detailed in there, as good as what normal Technic large vehicles are. You can see the steering wheel is very well detailed with the paddle shifters, and even the seats are really well shaped and well made. Now for the front, when you do lift the bonnet or the hood, it is a little bit floppy and it doesn't stay in one place. I'd like it to be hinged from the back over here, but as you can see, it is a little bit floppy and it is a bit of a weak point in this build. So overall for this set, it's really not a bad build, but it definitely could be better in some areas. I think this car looks exactly like what it's supposed to, which is the Ferrari 488 Pista. I think they captured that really well. I don't think they could have done much better for external looks. So then, comparing it to the official Lego release of the Lamborghini Cyan, as you can tell, there's a lot more detail to this, as the wheels are, I believe, actually based on the wheels the real car actually has, whereas the wheels on the Ferrari are just a made-up normal design. Now the hood or bonnet on this one actually has enough friction to stay in place and not flop down, and it's not flimsy at all. And also another nice detail you get on these Technic models is you get your own little license number there. So for the inside details, I'd actually argue the Ferrari is better. Now as you can see, there's a gear poking through under there, and the seats to me don't look as good as the Ferrari ones do. But even saying that, I still think it's quite a nice design. So one thing the Ferrari can't do, and I've actually forgotten how to do this properly, but the spoiler can lift up, and on the Ferrari it's just a little sort of ducktail, and that's probably how it is on the real car, so it sort of makes sense. So then, is this Ferrari a good purchase? I'd say it is. This set only cost me roughly about £120, whereas the Lamborghini Cyan over here is a whopping £350. So you definitely are getting a lot more bang for your buck. But of course, this isn't real Lego. Now, as I said before, the overall design, I think they captured absolutely perfectly. I don't think they could have done any better. And from a visual standpoint, it's definitely a nice thing to look at. For the pieces themselves, they're actually of quite good quality and do click together quite nicely. Now, it's obviously not as good as what Lego is, but it's really not far off. and I'm actually quite impressed with how good the pieces are. It does have unique features like those doors being lockable, which LEGO doesn't do on their large Technic models, and I really like that feature. But it does have its downfalls in the way the bonnet opens and a few other little things that could be tweaked around the vehicle. So then, £120 for this large 1:8 scale Technic vehicle. I think that's actually really good value, even though it's not real LEGO. I think this vehicle fits in really well with the other three that LEGO have released in the past, and to someone who's not really into LEGO as much, probably won't realise that this is a fake. So then, that's my review of the Ferrari 488 Pista by Carder. I think they're quite a good brand and are definitely worth checking out. So then, that's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one.